it has been a long time since I filmed the Get Ready With Me. It's been a video that you guys have been requesting a lot lately, and I need to get ready today, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to just catch up with you. I was kind of MIA last week. I was on vacation, and I legit took a vacation. I didn't pre-film videos, and I just tried to enjoy myself, and I did. It was a really nice time. We went to St. Thomas. My parents have timeshare, so we all went, and it was a really good time, and now it's like back to reality, and here we are. So I'm gonna start with my eyes, which is something that I typically do. And I have some new products too that I've been kind of using and wanted to share with you as well. So I thought this would be another great reason to film. So the first product that I'm gonna use on my face, I've already just moisturized it out of the shower, is Benefit's Stay Don't Stray. This is not a new product, but it's been a product I've been using for the last month or so, and I love it. It's actually a primer, more so I think for concealer, but I've been using it as an eyeshadow primer, and I love it. It sticks, it adheres to your skin so well as soon as you put it on. You don't really have too much playing time before it kind of starts to set, so I just use this on my eyes, down here, which I'll talk to you guys about more when I start doing my face makeup, but it's just a really nice base. It also neutralizes any discoloration or darkness on your eyelids. So I'm going to keep it pretty neutral. I'm using my MAC shadows, and I'm going to start with Soft Brown, which is an oldie but a classic. Taking it on a Sigma Tapered E35. It's just a soft brown color. It's probably a color you have all seen over and over and over and over again. So I'm just gonna blend this, my crease, and then a little bit above. This is awkward. I feel like I have not filmed any makeup-y application type videos in a long time. Pressure is on. So I started to tell you, my parents own timeshare through Marriott, and they had a week in St. Thomas. So we all went, my entire family, which was awesome because it's been a long time since both of my brothers were able to get off work, as well as me getting the time to go, and it was just really nice. Dan came, his son came, obviously Addie was there. I was very nervous about the flight, but she actually shocked the crap out of me. She was awesome. The way down, she was better than the way back. I think the way back she was just wired, and I didn't even have Wi-Fi on the plane. Like, I brought her iPad thinking she could watch movies, the Disney movies I had saved, but because we were over water for most of the flight, we didn't even have Wi-Fi. But she has a Cake Pop app on her iPad, which she is freaking obsessed with. So that lasted about half an hour. The next color I'm gonna take is Texture. It's a little bit darker on a Zoeva 227. It's exactly like a MAC 217, and I'm gonna just go right in the crease and the end and then blend in. She's also been really obsessed with goodie bags. Like, we've been going to a lot of her little friends parties lately, and there's always goodie bags there. So at home when we're playing, she's always making goodie bags, and they're the most random compilation of sorts. And she takes her backpacks, a spare bag. She had saved goodie bags, and so what I did was I took one of her backpacks and I told her that I packed a goodie bag, but that she wasn't allowed to see what I packed until we were up in the air. So that bought me a lot of time, and I just kind of put the most random things. I put some coloring books and stickers, which ended up all over the tray table, and, you know, a Barbie, some of her princesses, her like pretend cell phone that has buttons and makes noise. So that helped, I'd recommend. And obviously snacks. Pack a lot of snacks if you have a long flight with a toddler. But yeah, she was actually really good. We went to, that wasn't her first flight, but last year when we went to Disney, she was younger and she just kind of sat on our lap and napped. And the year before that, I was breastfeeding still. So those were a lot easier, but she was actually, like I said, very, very good. And for the lid, I'm gonna keep it really clean and neutral, and I'm gonna just use Bisque, which is just a skin tone shade. It's a little bit of a malted skin tone shade, so it's a bright It's a brighter shade than your actual eyelid, than my actual eyelid anyway. And I like that. I like the really bright, clean look, especially when working with matte eyeshadows. So I'm just putting this on the lid. And then I'm gonna go back and blend the crease down. So we went for 4 days, which was enough. I mean, we kind of just stayed at the resort. I had a villa with a kitchen. We went out to dinner every night. The pool and the jacuzzi were open 24/7, which was nice. Usually, we all love to go night swimming, and usually they close at like 10. So we did a lot of that, and I had been to St. Thomas before on cruises, so I kind of knew what to expect, but Dan had never been there, and his son obviously had a blast in the ocean. And then I'm gonna flip that brush and take Grain, which is kind of the same, but has a tiny bit of shimmer, and I'm gonna just pop that right on the center, just for a little bit of shimmer. It's still subtle, but bright. You don't lose the clean effect on the eyes. Okay, so eyeshadow done. Like I said, very neutral. I'm gonna go in with Black Track Fluid Line and my favorite brush, which is so old. This is a Sigma SS209. It has since renamed itself, but it's just, it looks like a very sharp pencil. And I'm gonna do a pretty thin line. I'm gonna need a Black Track fluid replacement soon. If any of you guys have this and see it dwindling down, just take any kind of beauty elixir spray or Fix Plus, give it a little spray and put the cap back on. You could even take a toothpick and mix it around, but it kind of just like brings it back to life. And I've done that a couple times and it doesn't distort the product or anything. It's a nice little trick. I wonder if you guys can hear that wind. So, other exciting news. By the time you're watching this, it'll already have happened, but Stella Dot is going to be, or will have been, on QVC on Monday, which for the first time ever, I was shocked when they made that announcement because it's not typically a brand you would find on QVC because it's kind of sold through independent stylists and representatives and not, I mean, anyone can go on the website and buy it, but you're always kind of linked to a stylist. So I was shocked. And on top of that, they chose 3 local girls, which I guess I'm considered local. I'm about an hour and a half from Westchester, where QVC Studios is, to be on the show and pose as trunk show guests. So I'm gonna be doing that, which is exciting and also very nerve-wracking. The cool thing is it's a closed set, so yay. When I was on the Rachel Ray show, I'm gonna do my eyelashes last, go into my face. Let me get back to that. So let me do my face and I'll keep talking to you. Like I said, just moisturize. I'm gonna use a little bit of the Scandinavia primer spray just to kind of rehydrate my face because it's been about 10 minutes since I put all my moisturizer on. And I'm gonna use this primer, which I'm so happy with lately. This is by Dr. Brandt, the Pores No More. And it's a pore refiner. It minimizes your pores, it fills in your pores, blurs any lines. I'm obsessed with it. If you like Benefit's Porefessional, this is a step above. I wasn't gonna get it, and then when I tried it on the back of my hand in the store, like that immediately just took that shine away. I don't even know if you could see that. I was completely blown away by how different my hand looked, because the back of my hand anyway is very porous, like crazy amount of pores. So I wasn't really planning on buying it that day. I was kind of just playing around and I walked out of the store with it. It's an awesome product, especially if you do have large pores. I'm gonna take a little bit of that Stay Don't Stray and cover, I don't even know if you're gonna be able to see it on camera, but I still have a little bit of discoloration / hyperpigmentation from that chemical peel that I did. And I've been using this primer to put it on there so to make sure that the makeup that I put there stays. I'm gonna be using the Makeup Forever Stick Foundation. This is another reason I wanted to film it, because I've talked to you guys about this, but I haven't actually showed you how I use it. So I have it in the shade 128, which was a little dark for me for a little bit, but now that I have a little bit of a tan, I did not tan my face at all on vacation. I literally sat with a sun hat on every single time I was in the sun because I was so paranoid about this getting any worse. Now it's perfect. It's perfectly matched because my neck got tan and chest. So I love this foundation. I was using it with a beauty blender, but have found that a round, dense brush, this is the Zoeva 102, works better with the stick foundation because the beauty, you kind of need obviously it's a cream foundation, but it stays where you put it. A beauty blender will blend it, but I think it takes a little bit more work and time, and in doing so, it kind of thins the product out. This will keep the product, it'll blend it onto your skin, but will keep it together, if that makes sense. But I would recommend using some kind of face spray. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Marine Boosting Mist that I got in a Point Perk from Sephora. So I love the beauty blender, but with this foundation in particular, I would go with a brush, a dense brush. Anyway, what I was saying before was when I was on the Rachel Ray show, that was a live studio audience. The QVC is good and bad because it's a closed set, so you're not performing, you're not on in front of people, but it's live. So that's kind of terrifying, but it'll be fun. It'll be a new, different experience, probably something that I will never have the chance to do again, so why not? Foundation is amazing. It's full coverage, still leaves you very dewy. I'm gonna put a little bit more on the bottom, and if I remember while I am editing this video, I'll insert photos of my horrible chin right after my peel so you can see what a difference it's become. Before I do my concealer, I'm gonna just use this YSL Touche Eclat in the Rose. It's rose, but it's kind of just a pink toned brightener to cancel out any dullness and darkness before the concealer. I'm just gonna press that in. So yeah, my chin was horrible and I thought I was gonna be scarred for life. Thank God for makeup because I wasn't even comfortable going out without anything on. Concealer is the Collection 2000 Lasting Perfection in the shade Fair. Thank you to Arazu, my good friend on here from the UK. She sent this to me. I love this concealer and I was all out of it, and she sent me like 3 more tubes of it. Also going to conceal around my mouth, nose, and just a little bit on the center of my forehead and down my nose. I'm going to use the same Zoeva brush. So with just, I think using minimal products, like I actually listened to my dermatologist this time, has really helped to just fade this hyperpigmentation. And the discoloration doesn't bother me so much, but the technique that she used when she removed the peel left this like zigzag motion, and that's the part that is uncomfortable for me. So happy to finally see it fading and kind of going back to normal. Next, I'm going to be using for the first time the Anastasia, contour kit in light to medium. So excited about this. Honestly, I really truly bought this for the yellow banana powder. I wish they sold it separately. I don't have any other powder like this, and I really didn't need another contour palette. I love the one I used from It Cosmetics, but the setting powder in that is more of a white toned, and I really, really wanted a yellow tone because my skin tone does better with yellow, especially on camera and in photography. And this is an old brush. This is a MAC 225, but the Sigma F35 works exactly the same. This foundation I definitely think needs to be set, and I'm kind of just trialing because I don't really know how I'm doing my makeup yet on camera for QVC, so I am going to be using a heavier foundation to set it, the MAC Fix Plus, and this is in the shade F42. Typically on an everyday-to-day basis I use my It Cosmetics No More Pores translucent setting powder, but just because, like I said, I'm just trialing and I want a little bit heavier coverage, I'm gonna use this guy. And I'm just dabbing. Dab, dab, dab. Okay. Since I have it, I'll just try these contour shades. And I'm going to use the Sephora Angled Contour, Pro Angled Contour 75. I bought this a long time ago for cream contours, but it's a very stiff brush. I'm just mixing these two. So I'm going to use this because I think it's a good defined contour brush that'll really just keep the product where you place it. I think I'm like the last person ever on earth to buy this palette. I just was trying not to hoard makeup that I didn't need. This is a nice powder though. It's not orange tone at all. It's a true matte bronzer. I'm gonna use the lighter one. My temples. And I'm gonna blend with that big powder brush. This is the It Cosmetics, I don't know, I think it's the round ball brush. And then I'm gonna just go over the backs, like the temples, not so much the contour, just to give myself some sunny bronze. I really love this new one that I got from QVC from the Laura Geller collection. It's her Moroccan bronze. It's beautiful. I also am so loyal to So Ceylon from MAC. This is more of a rosy tone, and this one has more of a peachy tone. I'm going to be using more of a rose pink tone blush, so I'm going to use this. But if you guys are big fans of using peach and coral tone blushes for summer, I would definitely recommend this bronzer. It's gorgeous. And I'm again just using my Zoeva 127 Luxe Cheek Brush. And I'm just gonna go back over, but a little bit higher up. And bronze it up. I'm also gonna use a little bit down the center of my nose. I feel like it looks a little bit flat. I really like this brush. That'll really slenderize it. Okay. And for blush, I'm going to be using It Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi, the CC Ombre blush. It's just a beautiful, kind of like kissed pink. Just go straight down and then back up. So pretty. And for highlight, I want one of those Becca ones so bad, but like I said, not hoarding makeup. I'm using my Dior Amber Diamond, which, RIP. I love this highlight because you can never, well, you probably could go overboard with it, but it's hard to do, but it still gives you such a beautiful glow, subtly. A little bit under my brows too. It's just so pretty, you just want to like keep going with it. Alright, I'm going to finish up my eyes with mascara. This is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir that I have raved to you guys about. Already curled my lashes. Got my eyebrows threaded yesterday, thank God. I refused to film a video before that happened. And if you follow me on Snapchat, you're going to be like, you already told us this, but my girlfriend, who's the only one I have ever allowed wax my eyebrows, just because I'm so scared of anything bad happening. She went on vacation and I was like, I need my brows done. So I went back to the lady that I used to try when a few other times that my friend Amanda was away. She threads them. And I was so nervous, not because I mean, she's always done a great job, but it's been a while. So I was just like, please don't go too thin. Cause that's happened before. That is enough to traumatize you, okay? Having your eyebrows butchered is enough to send you over the edge. For me, it happened when I was 3 days prior to having my daughter. This is the fibers, Fresh Look gel and the Unique fibers. I just like mixing the two of them. Yeah, I went to some new lady, had them threaded, and she completely like removed my eyebrows. So not only was I hormonal and completely ready to give birth because I was at that point 8 days late, 8 days past my due date, I was mortified because I knew I was going to be in pictures with my new child and my eyebrows look like freaking they weren't there. So yeah, that's why I'm just scarred for life and very protective of them. I'm sure some of you can relate if you've ever had your eyebrows messed with. Man, that is giving someone some serious power. I swear, whether you're letting them wax or thread or whatever, that is giving someone crazy amount of power. Basically mess up your whole face. So for my lips, I could not wait to share this with you because it's, again, something that I have told you guys how much I love. This is the Makeup Forever 15C. It's a beautiful color. I go down a little bit, tiny, tiny bit over withdraw. And then this is the Kat Von D Double Dare in the liquid lip stain. And trust me when I say this will even withstand your Starbucks lattes. I'm proof of that. Proof. Okay, and lastly, these brows. I really have been enjoying this. It's such an old product for me in my collection, the Ico Brow Gel. Benefit Gimme Brow, same exact thing. It disperses a tiny bit of color, fills in any sparse areas, keeps them in place, and grooms them without overdoing your brows. Again, brows hold a lot of power on your face. If you fill them in too much, if you don't fill them in enough, it can completely change your face. And for me, because my brows are so dark naturally, if I go even the tiniest bit darker, it just doesn't look good. So to avoid having to worry about going too dark, I love these kind of like 2-in-1 tinted gel products because it just grooms them without overdoing them and assures that they're gonna stay exactly where you want them to stay. I go in phases. Sometimes I really like this. Sometimes I will go back to the Anastasia Brow Wiz or the It Cosmetics Brow Powder, but right now I've been in this phase for a lot with the brow gel from Ico, and I'm probably there to stay. So there you go. That is a full face makeup. This is a lot more makeup than I typically wear a day-to-day basis. But like I said, I had some time and I was kind of playing around with how I wanted to wear it on camera. I hope that you guys enjoyed this and enjoyed hanging out with me for a little bit. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye. And as soon as I saw this in store, I thought that would be so cute with black gladiator sandals. Like, how easy of an outfit would that be? Just easy.